Hello, everyone. We've got a new episode for you, and we hope you're having as much fun listening as we are recording. And we are having a blast. Quick shout out to Midnight Syndicate, who made the wonderful music we're using for the show. Check them out at www.midnightsyndicate.com. And shout out to Sword Coast Soundscapes for the awesome sound effects and ambiance. Check him out at youtube.com/swordcoastsoundscapes. Well, that's enough for that. Now on to the show.
So, the reason we were inspired to do this podcast was because 4 out of the 5 of us are listeners of the GCP.
That is the Glass Cannon podcast.
Yes, the Glass Cannon podcast. Fabulous Pathfinder-themed podcast. They're great. And now they have a Starfinder show, and they have their other Pathfinder one, and then they have the traveling one. They're just amazing. Anyway, the point is, I'm totally fangirling over them. But over the past couple of weeks, I have had similar situations occurring in my life that have happened on the GCP. For example, in a recent episode, they talked about bringing in a huge bag of Sour Patch Kids. I had just bought a huge bag of Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, the 2-point-something pound bag.
Yep.
And I had also looked on the back and I was like, wow, Sour Patch Kids cookies? That sounds really gross. And they mentioned it on the show.
Yeah, it sounded gross when they talked about it too.
Exactly.
It did.
Similarly, one of the greatest moments on that show was the Neon Green Dice Gate when Neon Green D20 got lost. I lost one of my favorite D20s a couple of weeks ago, and I know it was because my cat had knocked it down and gotten it hidden under a piece of furniture. And I was just like, what is... I'm like melding into a GCP reality. Point is, I really like the GCP.
GCP is great. So that's their game, and they're awesome, so you should go listen to them. But you're here listening to our game.
With our
game's pretty cool.
It is. And we're here for episode 7.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Woo.
7 in already.
And we're still not in Harrowstone.
Still not in
Yeah.
Harrowstone. You may never get to Harrowstone.
It's like,
Who knows?
It's
We
like
may
a real
all
adventure.
die.
It's like a real adventure path. We're never going to get to the thing
Right.
we're trying to get to.
And this isn't even the end goal. This is just the main point of book 1.
There's more than one book.
How many books are there?
6.
So at the end of last episode, you all received these nifty little Harrow cards.
Yes, this was so cool.
From Kendra, who was possessed by Pharasma.
That is correct. She was possessed by Pharasma.
And spoke directly through us, which was pretty
Divine
intense.
possession.
Yes, that is correct.
And she gave us some cards.
She did. So in other games, even through Paizo itself, and I know D&D 5e does things where they have hero points or inspiration points where they allow you to trade in these points for like re-rolling a die or getting a bonus on something. Or our friends over at the GCP, they do the bottle caps.
Yeah.
I wanted something like that for our game as well, and I just so happened to find that Carrion Crown had this nifty mechanic built in, which are Harrow cards.
That is so cool. And these are created by Paizo?
They are created by Paizo.
Well, that's exciting.
It is. It's very odd how fitting each of these cards was for each of you.
It was really spooky.
And it was all random. I didn't pre-draw these or pre-hand them out. It was...
We hadn't even
I
touched
saw
it.
random.
I saw you shuffle the cards.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah.
you shuffle the cards. We said the names of the cards. We didn't go over what they did.
Yeah.
exactly.
So let's go over them again. I got the beating.
The beating.
What's the picture of?
It is a picture of a dude who is being, looks like pulled underground by zombie hands everywhere.
Oh, that's rude.
And he has dropped his candle that he was using in the graveyard place. And there's a little picture of a hammer at the very bottom.
The beating is a neutral evil card of strength. It represents an assault from all quarters or the mental dissolution of the self. For example, when you rage.
Oh, wow. And you did shuffle these.
I did shuffle these.
It was really, it's still so creepy.
It gets even creepier as we go through
Mhm.
the next card.
Yep.
I got the owl,
The owl.
and it's a picture of an owl holding a needle and thread in its mouth, and it's got a little star on the bottom.
The owl is the neutral card of wisdom. It represents the harsh wisdom of natural order. The owl holds a needle that can bind life together or pick it apart.
And, of course, a cleric is a wisdom-based class.
It is.
And a needle and thread equals fashion, and
This is
Vivian's
true.
into fashion.
Yeah, I was going to say the harsh law of nature doesn't have anything to do with Vivian like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's more a future prospect for Vivian rather
Poor
than
Vivian. She's having a real rough
She
time.
is.
Yup.
Outfits ruined.
Outfits.
Outfits. That's what I
Plural.
said.
Yeah.
Outfits.
Multiple
Yeah.
outfits.
Zenobia was dealt the marriage card.
The card shows the marriage of a water elemental and a fire elemental, and their child is a water elemental with a little scuba helmet
It
on.
is so cute.
And it has a crown at the bottom.
So the marriage card is a charisma card. It represents a union of peoples, ideas, or kingdoms that might be as productive or as ruinous as the bonding of a salamander and a water weird.
What is a water weird?
It's a water elemental.
Okay.
I should remark, too, that the marriage to me is significant because this is what my character lost. And you don't know that because I haven't revealed that.
And mine was the Inquisitor. We've got this guy here. He's in like a very official-looking robe. He has chains wrapped around him, dangling from his neck. Not like in a binding way, but more like in an Inquisitor kind of way, as you'd expect, as the name implies. And he's holding a book and pointing with a very intense look on his face.
This feels very Roderick.
It's very Roderick.
It's very Roderick. The Inquisitor is the lawful neutral card of intelligence. It represents an immutable object that cannot be deceived or influenced.
Very much Roderick.
We can hope.
These will be handed out for good role-playing, so you'll potentially be getting more.
Did you do that in air quotes?
Yes. Good role-playing.
We're doomed.
So each of them has a suit that they are part of, and those suits correlate to the 6 ability scores. So if you have a hammers card, that is a strength card. So if you turn that one in, you can get a +8 luck bonus on any 1d20 roll.
Wow.
Plus
Does
8
it
is
have
a
to
lot.
Does it have to be strength?
Wow.
A strength roll,
Nope, it's any 1d20 roll.
and I get a plus.
+8 if you choose to do it before you roll. If you choose to do it after you've rolled, it becomes a +4. If you
Okay.
choose to use it on another character to let them have the bonus, it's a +4. So
That's still
Nice.
great.
Mhm. If you were to get a keys card, that is dexterity, you can spend a keys card to take your turn immediately. So you can treat it as if it was a readied action, moving your initiative to just before the currently acting creature.
That's powerful.
Next up is the Shields card, that is Constitution based. You can spend a Shields card on your turn to gain an additional standard or move action this turn. So it's basically like having haste.
Except it's a standard action, so you could like cast 2 spells in one round.
Exactly.
That's intense.
It is. The next one up is the Books card. This is intelligence. This is one that Roderick has. You can spend a Books card to recall a spell you have already cast or to gain another use of a special ability that is otherwise limited.
Wow.
Cool.
That
Wow.
is really big for me, especially at low levels when I have very limited spell slots.
So you can save that one and recall a spell that you've already cast.
Yes.
So cool.
After that, we have Stars, which is wisdom based. You feel stuck at some point in the adventure. You can spend this card to petition the GM for a hint about what to do next.
I
Very
feel like
cool.
we're going to need that in Harrowstone.
Which is also funny because in a previous episode, Noelle mentioned that she has moments where she doesn't know what to do.
Couldn't have happened to a better player.
Please help me.
Tell me what to do.
This card says you'll help me. That's so cool.
And it also tells me in here that if I feel that there's no information to be gained at that point, then you get to keep the card and it's not spent.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
so it dramatically reduces the risk.
Yes.
These are so fun.
They are.
Are there any other suits?
There's one more. There's the Crowns, which is Charisma. You may spend a Crown card to re-roll any 1d20 roll you just made.
Yes.
You must take the result of the second roll, even if it is worse.
I don't like that one though.
It's a pretty common.
I like it because you could. Unlike a lot of the other things, you can choose to use it after you've seen the results of the first one. So if it's like a really important roll and you know you rolled a 4 and
Or
you
a
know
natural
that's
one.
a failure, or a natural 1 is a better example, and you know that's a failure, you can try again, and then hopefully it's at least better than the one you know failed.
So can you give that one
It's
away?
like,
Can you give
yeah.
any of the other one? I know you can give mine away, but can you give any of the other ones away?
According to this, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
so
it says
the
it's-
strength is the,
the
only
strength
one
is the
you
only
can,
one
you
that
can
is
trade.
transferable.
Okay.
And these are all crown cards do the same thing, or this
Yes.
this crown card?
Yeah,
All
so-
Crown cards do.
So the individual name and artwork is just for flavor. It's the suit
The
that
suit.
matters.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a description for each card.
Yes,
Now, when we use these, we turn them in, and they're gone.
And
Correct.
they're gone forever.
they're gone.
Well, until we...
But they go back in the deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we
No,
burn them.
We burn them.
Yeah. Single use. If you get it, nobody else gets it.
What a cool deck.
This is fun.
This is pretty awesome.
I'm so happy you got these.
And it's so creative, and I think about it from both, like, it's fun to play with, and then whoever created it, it's like, what a cool brain that person has, or multiple brains if multiple people worked on it.
Isn't there something along that's similar to a Ouija board?
The spirit board that we saw
Those
in the
spirit
game.
boards were-
Planchette.
Yeah.
The spirit planchette.
We're not playing it.
Oh, the planchette. Yes.
Yeah,
we have
this-
one of those.
You have the spirit board and planchette.
Not playing it.
We have to. It tells the future.
Ooh.
No, it just lets you communicate with
The dead
somebody that's
future.
dead.
I'm not doing it.
The
These
dead
cards
future.
spook me enough. Someday I'll tell you about my sister's experience. Ouija board.
This podcast is just going to evolve into us telling our own paranormal stories.
Paranormal stories, yeah.
I've got several.
I only have one.
I have none.
I have one.
I have one.
Mine's really boring.
Mine is too.
That could be our
makes great radio.
podcast, is the boring paranormal.
The boring paranormal stories.
I heard,
These will put you to sleep.
and then I went to bed.
This thing is completely unexplainable by physical forces, and it was so boring.
There's a ghost at the grocery store, and he just restacks the groceries. He rots the apples at the bottom of the
Like
carton.
this one toilet in the bathroom stays clean. None of the rest of them do.
Oh, that'd be. I would
That
love
would be
that.
cool. I'd
That'd
like
be the
that.
best ghost.
So we just saw Kendra like levitate and speak with a voice that wasn't her own, and apparently Pharasma was speaking through Kendra, which I'm inclined to believe since we were in Pharasma's temple, and that's kind of like her home turf.
Well, technically, I don't think we know it was Pharasma. We're assuming it's Pharasma.
No, she said it was Pharasma. I think
Who said it was Pharasma?
Pharasma.
She's
I
like, I'm
think-
Pharasma, bitches.
I think she said something.
Yeah, it was. It
I
was,
haven't listened
it
to the
was
recording.
stated one way or the other.
I don't listen to this show.
Anyway, she's levitating and speaking with this supernatural voice as sort of Pharasma's mouthpiece, and
She is the Metatron.
Divine possession.
and the deck of cards appears in her hand, and she gives us all a card, and we look at it. So I guess the first question is, once we got the cards, does Kendra return to normal?
Yes, after you get the card, she does hover back down to the ground. When she's on the ground, her eyes fade back to normal.
Does she, like, faint?
Yeah, she basically just collapses. What just happened?
Why did you give me this card? Do you want me to beat somebody? Is that what I'm supposed to do with it?
It's like one of our names is written on it. Beat Roderick.
I imagine I'm holding... Vivian is, like, holding Kendra and just doing, like, the little fans. The, like, totally not useful, just fanning her face. Like, oh,
With the card.
yeah. Oh, no. Ooh, maybe. She probably is.
Maybe. It's whatever she has in her hand.
Yeah. She's just like, oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Father Grimbros run off to get like a
I thought he left.
damp cloth.
What does this mean? Why did you give us these cards?
What cards?
The ones I'm holding. Look, she was fanning you with it just a second ago.
Okay,
That
let's...
card.
Kendra, you have just had a very divine experience. I do believe your goddess was... I don't know if she's your goddess, but I do believe the goddess Pharasma was just talking through you.
And look what you manifested.
Yes, this is exceedingly strange. You manifested a deck of cards and gave us each one.
Those appear to be Harrow cards. I've used them in some of my studies of divine magics, but I don't understand how they just appeared here.
Are you a devotee of Pharasma?
Yes, I am.
It seems that, at least in this moment, she has chosen you to be her vessel.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I don't know if I'm necessarily worthy of that.
I think that's for her to decide.
None of us are worthy of the graces of the divine, but they choose us anyway. That is part of their glory. That is part of why we worship them.
Maybe the god you worship.
What god do you worship? What god does everybody worship? Why don't we go around the table and discuss religion?
Did Thurskell find the bar in the...
He found the Sacramento wine. He would be the one to search for that.
No, so,
Do you actually want to know?
Well, I know yours.
I'm a cleric of Shaylin. I didn't know
Yeah.
if you knew that.
I mentioned it before, but Roderick's a follower of Torog.
Yes. Do you have a deity?
Desna.
Desna.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Mine is Ragathiel.
Of course,
I
I
can't
worship,
pronounce it, but that's who it is.
I worship the
Never heard of that
correct
one.
Desma.
Desma.
Whose name I don't know.
All right, so has Father Grimbo returned?
Yes.
Father, can you tell us anything about these cards? Or Kendra, I don't know if you can as well.
I know they're a divination tool to tell the future.
Is Pharasma known to work through them?
I think she would find whatever method she could have to speak to you as best she could. To me, it truly means that you are the chosen ones to save this town.
Yes, and she did imply that she would aid us through these cards.
Well, if you have her backing you, then you have the full backing of this church.
That is very good to hear.
So, free holy water whenever we want.
Also, can you tell the rest of the town, because they don't seem too excited about us.
Also, side note, He did find the sacramental wine, and
Thurskill did?
Yes, and he thought you said free holy.
That's what I heard too.
That sounds disgusting. Bean water?
Free beans for everybody.
Here's some runny, free-fried bean water. Gross.
Aw.
It's
Anyway.
like dripping as you're holding your taco.
Didn't mean to knock us off track, but I did hear free holy water.
Frijoles for all.
What's in the Lego movie, Taco Tuesday?
Good night.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll find out what they are for later on, because Father Ravengro doesn't know, and Kendra's not in a good state right now.
She needs some rest now too.
She needs some rest now, too.
Slumber party.
She's gonna bunk up with Vivian.
Yeah,
Slumber
'cause
party.
Vivian will not sleep by herself for quite a while.
Can't blame her.
She feels okay in the chapel. She assumes that that's going to be safer
Mm-hmm.
than the haunted house of death.
Okay, so you're going to bed.
Kendra and Vivian are going to go take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we talked about it. None of the rest of us used very many resources in the combats. We were just swinging, and we didn't really take damage Vivian healed any damage we took. So we decided we're going to go do some shopping while they were sleeping.
Okay.
So Roderick bought a silver dagger. Inspired by the silver arrows that we found, he's like, I probably need some silver too. So he got an alchemical silver dagger. I was going to go with a slightly larger weapon, but I'm dangerously close to medium encumbrance. So I'm just going to stick with the dagger for now.
Are you sure? I mean, you could have gone with the medium encumbrance.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to keep my 30 foot movement speed.
You really sure?
I'm really sure.
Are we
Alright.
tracking encumbrance?
I am.
I don't even know what my encumbrance is at.
If you're in medium armor, then just don't worry about it. Like, as long as you're not over encumbered, you don't really need to worry about it. You really only need to worry about how much you're carrying if you're in light armor and you're trying not to hit that medium. But if you're in medium, then you're fine.
So there's a couple of swords that I was looking at.
You can do axe too if you're looking for slashing. Axes are slashing as well.
Oh, axe actually I think would be more up his alley.
Yeah, it's
So let's look at axes.
Barbarian classic.
I'm going to do a great axe.
Great axe is a D12, right?
It is D12
Mm-hmm.
times 3 crit, 20 gold pieces.
I can see Thurskill wielding a great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense. I bought 5 more empty flasks. I took them back to the temple and filled them up with holy water.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. So I'd probably say that took a couple of hours to go through and do your shopping.
Yeah, probably.
Still have a few more hours before Vivian and Kendra wake up.
Well, like I mentioned last time, Roderick spends the rest of the time writing a letter to his mom.
Aww. So Roderick, you're writing a letter. Is anyone else doing anything else?
I bust into your room while you're sleeping and say,
my.
"Oh, look at my axe! I got a brand new axe! It's so awesome!"
I see a man.
You're gonna terrify the poor girl that's been stuck in a haunt for 5 days with an
Oh,
axe.
man.
I'm real.
And he's so excited he's raging, so his eyes are glowing.
He's got these claws coming out now because
Oh,
he's raging.
jeez. So, Zenobia, what are you doing while he's writing a letter? And
Well,
I'm
after we went
sleeping?
shopping and I filled up my flasks and I found a nice open space and started my martial arts practice again.
So Thurskill sees you in there, and he wants to go in and show you his new axe. And he is, "Zenobia, look at this beautiful axe I brought into town." And he slams it through some wood.
Like a pew?
I guess he wanted to chop something so bad.
Don't do that.
Boom, and like through the wall. He pulls it out and he goes, "Look, Zenobia, at my mighty axe hole."
Oh, man. The hero card.
Thorskill,
No.
you are a mighty axe hole, I tell you. So she
Okay.
takes the axe from him and does a series of swings. Says, "Yeah, nice balance.
Isn't it
Balance.
wonderful?
It's wonderful. It really is a good weapon.
Hmm.
I like it a lot."
I have to ask, how long were you thinking about that axe hole joke?
Like, when did I get it?
Whenever you decided you wanted an axe, that's...
Well,
So, Thorskill, tell me a little about yourself, she says.
what would you
As
like?
she's flipping the axe in her hands.
You're very skilled with that. What would you like to know specifically?
I've noticed during the few fights we've had that you take on a very interesting aspect when you battle.
Are you talking about my rage?
Yes, I am.
That's why I came to see the professor.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to see the professor. You see, I'm an Aasimar. Do you know what an Aasimar is?
I don't.
Aasimars are half celestial. We are divine creatures. We are very good in our hearts, and we try to do good in this plane.
Interesting.
But in my tribe. I'm the only one in my tribe that this happens to. We all rage. We're all, I don't want to say barbarians, because I think we're a step above, honestly. Just don't kill other barbarians.
Saying that to the barbarian. Well, she's not really, but yeah.
Pretty close.
But when I rage, I grow claws, and it's perplexing and trouble. My father doesn't have claws. My brother doesn't have claws. I'm the only one that grows claws.
Well, it's quite impressive, I must say.
Impressive or not, to me it's alarming. I believe that it is one of the reasons why I had to leave my tribe. I was in line to become the next leader of my tribe.
But they won't let clawed people lead?
Honestly, I don't know if that was the reason, but I suspect that it was.
So they kick you out or what?
No, I left. If I wasn't going to lead, then I wasn't going to follow.
Ah, got it.
I'm
from a nomadic tribe too, and I get it.
Yes. I am the rightful heir to the chiefdom. Instead, it went to my brother, he's so much weaker. I'm very strong. He's very weak.
But he does not rage the same way that you do?
No. In fact, he doesn't rage. He's kind of like Roderick in that he's kind of a nerd.
I know what you mean.
Oh, the gossip has started.
It's hard to believe that they can actually fight.
He loves to read scrolls. That's all he does. He studies religion and reads scrolls. And my father said that it would be good for the tribe to lead with its brain instead of its brawn, which I disagree with.
I do too. So you know what we need to do right now?
Kick some ass.
Practice.
Oh, well, practice kicking ass.
Exactly.
All right.
Let's go.
So that all happened. Roderick's written his letter to his mommy.
He gives it to one of the ravens.
Mm-hmm.
No, he sends it through ether mail.
Yes.
Look, I'm just not up on this newfangled stuff. I like the traditional ways.
He can't figure it out.
The traditional ways of birds.
He forgot his
How do I
password.
turn it off? How do I turn it off?
He forgot his password.
Well, he has to get the the chapel's
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
And you know it's always weak because
It is.
they don't have enough money to
Oh,
buy
and
the good stuff.
they've all forgot the
password?
Pharasma
word.
Pharasma word. Yeah.
Pharasma word.
Pharasma word.
Yeah, it's just the name of the chapel with a 1 at the end.
Pharast word.
Pharasma word. 1, 2, 3,
Pharasma
4.
rules 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Rules with a Z, though.
Yes.
They're trying to get the youth group in.
Yeah, at least one of the A's in Pharasma is the little at
The
symbol.
at sign. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
So Vivian wakes up and yes, I was going to say it's a magical like Cinderella waking up. The birds come and open the window and
Kendra's really freaked out because there's birds in the room.
exactly like Kendra's like
She's just swatting at him.
Kendra's like, what are all these animals doing in here? And she's like, oh, they're just helping.
Is she a sorceress?
Kendra, she is a diviner, which is a wizard.
I mean, could she zap any of these
School.
birds as they come through?
She doesn't have those kind of powers.
Okay, too bad.
She's more of the divination school.
She's good at seeing the future. So yeah, Vivian wakes up to birdsong and the birds are fluttering around helping her get her armor on. That's how she's always able to get her armor on so fast.
Because the animals help.
Yeah.
She still has to pray for an hour.
She does.
She sings while the birds are helping her put her armor on.
Actually, I just realized it is very fitting that the birds would help her.
Yes.
Because Shaylin's holy symbol
Is
is
a
a,
bird.
songbird.
Yep.
So I was,
She's basically Snow White.
yeah, I was accidentally perfectly in character.
That's the second time your character's been called Snow White, so there you go.
No, it's Cinderella.
Well, Cinderella has the mice.
Yeah.
Well, she's got birds too. She's got the
birds,
bluebirds.
too. She's got the bluebirds. that
Don't
do her
question us
sash.
on our
Oh,
Disney
for
princess.
heaven's
Yeah, but I see her
knowledge.
more as Snow White because there's more of the woodland creatures.
I agree. Overall, or Enchanted. I think it's actually in Ustalav. It's more like Enchanted, where it's like rats and
Yeah.
cockroaches and
Yeah.
stuff helping her out.
The spiders crawling out.
Yeah.
Black widow spiders.
Yeah, she's got some snakes tying her armor. Ugh, gross. I regret this. I regret going down this path. She prays. She's ready to go. They all meet in the chapel.
All right, so you all meet in the chapel. Still have a couple of hours before the town hall meeting, so Father Grimborough suggests going over to
Get some food, right?
get some food.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Maybe
Yeah,
some
we're
rabbit.
really hungry.
I wonder what their dinner rabbit dishes are.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Next week.
Find out what's for dinner next week on the Die by the Sword podcast.
This is the
Just
worst
kidding.
podcast ever.
Man, they started out strong and then they just got weird.
So
How far away is it?
It's not very far. You actually have to go through the circular town square.
I was going to say, they're all off the circular town square.
Yes. So you go through the circular town square.
Past the creepy jump rope kids.
But before you get there, in the gazebo in the center of
Rolling
the...
perception.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jumping ahead.
What'd you roll there?
22.
Oh, okay. Not so bad. There is a bard playing music with a nice crowd gathered around him.
Oh! Vivian immediately runs up.
Mm-hmm. He's playing a nice little song.
What's his instrument of choice?
He has a lute.
Oh,
He's
fabulous.
Very classical with the lute.
Oh, I love the lute. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh! And she's just like running forward and just scampering.
Roderick reluctantly follows, and he's like, I'm glad she's feeling better.
She's definitely feeling better. Sit there, listen to the music for a little bit. Everybody give me a perception check.
22.
12.
18.
17.
All right. So everybody but Zenobia.
She's too busy rolling her eyes.
Actually, before we go into that, I have noticed, and we did mention it earlier, that Richard has a tendency to roll really, really poorly. So I've decided that whenever you roll poorly, this is going to happen.
Oh, Rick.
Oh, you are the Rick roll. Oh, that's so good, Gary.
So I have a
Always gonna let you
a
down.
correction to my roll. Maybe I didn't say it either, but it's 15.
15? I'll still... 15 is good enough.
All right.
So everybody but Zenobia doesn't necessarily see, but they hear a buzzing sound coming from the rooftops of the taverns nearby.
What is that annoying sound?
You hear it too.
Yes.
And it's getting louder
It's ruining the music.
and louder
Oh no.
and louder. Now even Zenobia can hear it.
What is it?
I get my bow ready.
And with the 22, Roderick, you see 2 giant sturges flying
No.
flying towards the music.
No.
What's a
Hate
sturge?
That is so gross.
A sturge is basically like a giant mosquito type creature.
It's a Jumanji mosquito.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember the Piper? That's what the Piper used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not the Piper of
Sorry, I didn't mean
Penzance.
to yell. Okay.
Oh, that's the Pirates of Penzance.
Yes.
Yeah, the Piper of Ilmarsh.
Piper of Ilmarsh.
Piper of Penzance.
So, and as it is flying in, we are rolling for initiative.
No! Shoot. Poop on a stick.
12.
So to set the stage, we've got this wonderful bard up in this gazebo, and right next to him
He is rather good looking.
absolutely, and right up next to him is Vivian enraptured because music, #love. About 10 feet back is the grouping of Roderick, Zenobia, Thurskell, and Kendra, and then what is that? About 20, 30 feet back,
Yeah.
the Sturges are coming up, basically one
I
on
thought there
each
was no
side.
facing.
They are when you're using painted minis.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Just
Well,
kidding.
and to describe the scene to
Yes,
the
I
listeners.
understand.
So, initiative.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we need to roll that.
Well,
Yep.
I rolled it.
Roll your initiatives.
Sorry, I rolled well.
12.
12 for Zenobia,
17.
17 for Roderick.
17 for Thurskell.
Don't worry, it won't take long for me to disappoint you.
You both have 17s. Who has the higher initiative bonus?
I have 2.
2. Roll off.
Roll off. Roll it.
8.
18.
Alright, so Thurskell goes first. Vivian,
7.
7.
Do I go first?
No,
Oh, okay.
because Sturges rolled really well.
That's stupid.
Well, these happen to have a +7 initiative bonus.
That'll do.
Yeah. The Sturges both can fly 40 feet forward.
They just go to the closest people.
They're going toward the music, so they're going to try to get as close to the bard as possible.
Oh, okay. So 5, 10,
Go
15,
with
20,
that.
30, 35, 40. Are they up in the air?
They are in the air.
30, 35, 40.
What
But I'm
they-
assuming they're descending.
Yes.
Alright, so that was one move action each, and they're not there yet.
Mm-hmm. They'll both continue moving up
They take
to...
their second move action.
Yeah.
Do they flank? Are they that smart, or they just take the most direct route?
You can flank them.
Alright, so they're a little bit more intelligent. So they take their second move action to flank this bard, one on either side.
So they don't like music?
Maybe they
Or
really
they
like it.
a lot. Perhaps they've been trained to listen to the music.
I don't know how to take that knowledge.
Next up is Kendra.
I feel like I should roll a knowledge when it's my turn.
Kendra, you play Kendra. I was waiting. I was like, I don't know what she does. Oh, because I don't play her.
Does Kendra roll a knowledge?
Kendra will roll a Knowledge Arcana.
Woohoo!
You get a natural 2.
Okay, so she's no help.
Nope.
She's still sleepy.
Yeah. From where she is she 30 feet or less away?
Yes.
Okay, she will cast Acid Splash on Sturge Jr.
Good name. So she's the one to the right of whoever I am. Vivian.
Mm-hmm. And it's Sturge Jr.
Oh, wow. She must
Yeah.
have high.
Screw you, Junior.
for 1 point of acid damage.
Oh boy.
Hey, that's some. Sure, this guy appreciates it. This Bard.
Is his name Bart?
Bart the Bard.
Bartholomew. Next up is Thurskell.
Thurskell is going to come up to the other one.
Is he
I
going
don't
to
know
flank
his
it?
name.
Yeah, I'll flank it.
That's Sturge the Third.
Sturge the
There's
Third.
no senior.
Nope.
Sturge the Third. That's really good.
He passed away a long time ago. Thank you for being so sensitive.
Did he die of anemia?
And he is going to swing his brand new toy.
Oh, yeah. That great axe. Ooh, that's terrible.
I saw that. That was a low roll. That was a low roll.
10.
A 10 will miss,
Yes.
Even with flanking.
even with flanking.
Boo.
Ouch.
Bummer. All right, Roderick, you are up.
All right, so Roderick did not have his sword out because he was listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have a +1 BAB, so he can't draw while moving like Thorskill could. So he is going to draw his rapier, and he's going to move up to the same one that Thorskill's attacking, although not attacking because he can't.
Okay.
He's going to roll a Knowledge Arcana, though.
All right.
It's not terrible. 16?
16. It's enough to know that these are insectoid-type creatures that have 2 pairs of bat wings,
Ew.
has a tangle of thin little legs, and a needle-sharp proboscis.
Also ew.
Yeah. Got a decent fly speed. They like to latch on to their victims, and they like to basically drain their blood.
So they're mosquitoes,
Pretty much.
but huge. How big are they supposed to be? Like a goat?
They're bat-skeetos.
Bat mosquitoes?
Well, they vary in size from like tiny size, which are like fey little creatures, to the giant ones, which is what these are, which are like
Like a flying
2
fox?
foot long.
Ugh. Ugh. So gross.
So
2
these
foot
are
long-
big.
2 foot long bat-skeeto.
That is so nasty.
Yep. These are
I
the big boys.
disapprove.
And then Roderick's going to shout, "Be careful, I think they're coming for you."
Who's
To the
yelling?
Bard. To the Bard. Sorry, audience, you can see on the map that Roderick's looking at the Bard.
When there's no facing in Pathfinder.
There is with the minis. Flavor facing.
There's
Flavor
no
face.
facing in baseball. Right, so you rolled your knowledge, and you drew your rapier and moved up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zenobia, you're up.
Can I study and fire?
Yes,
Yes.
but you will take the melee penalty because it's in melee with our boy there.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that, a -4?
-4.
Yes.
Very good.
Ah, natural one.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
All right,
Roll
roll
to
to confirm.
Oh, that's much
14.
better. Natural 14.
That's 14, so it was not a confirmed fumble. Well, make sure.
So it's like +4 -4, so like 14.
Yeah.
Even.
14. Yeah, so not a confirm. Barely.
Yeah, well, I think it's +5 -4, so it's like 15.
No,
Yeah.
it's a +4.
We have a 3 dex, +1 BAB is 4, and then +1 for study, so that should be 5.
My card says melee to hit +3 +1.
Yes, so you fired a ranged weapon.
Oh, duh. Yes. So I did.
Yeah. So still, just barely not a fumble,
So I still missed.
but still a miss. All right.
Look at the wrong thing.
Vivian, you're up.
Of course.
My melee attack with my bow was +3.
Vivian just saw all of this happen, and she's just frantically, she's like, oh, and she just Roderick just ran up next to her, and she just kind of grabs him and desperately, and she's just like, help, and she, while doing so, she casts Bit of Luck on Roderick.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna need it.
Roderick has a bit of luck.
It's a very frantic, like, you know, like when someone's drowning and they're like, help me, and they're like flailing. It's like, you're not helping.
Does she draw her weapon?
Nope.
Okay, that's good flavor. I mean, it's terrible tactics, but it's good flavor.
No, she's panicking, especially because that creepy chant is never far from her head, and she's just thinking in her head, the piper, help, and she just had enough wits to cast Bit of Luck on you.
All right. It is now the top of the round, so just the Sturge's turn. So Sturge Jr., that's the one closest to Vivian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yep.
Did the bard get a turn?
No.
He cowers in fear?
Yes.
Does that even count as total defense, maybe?
I was hoping that he would cast Inspire Courage.
Could he inspire us with courage?
He's a bad
That's
bard.
That's a no.
He's not a bard mechanically. He's just playing music.
He just has perform loot.
Yes. So Sturge Jr. will
That's
move.
on the right.
We'll move up to Vivian.
Oh, wow. That's different.
That's rude.
And is going to attack Vivian.
That is so rude.
I agree.
As 14 against touch.
Miss. Wait, touch.
Yep.
Hit.
Hit. All right.
Boo.
How is it against touch?
It says melee touch.
Sounds a broken monster.
Talk to Paizo. I didn't think it would be touch. It's a mosquito.
It's true. It's trying to get through your armor.
Yeah, it's not like it's hitting you with strength. It's precision.
Getting its proboscis into those
Yeah, that's a great word.
niches in your...
That's a
It
$10
means
word.
nose.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You see
I didn't nose that.
Proboscis.
the proboscis monkey with the little.
Yeah.
You know which one
What's
that-
the... I do know which one you're talking about. What is it, rhino?
Rhino also means nose, but
Nose.
one's Greek and one's Latin or something.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds educated.
All right, so the creature, since it did hit your touch AC, it now, when a Sturge hits with a touch attack, its barbed legs latch onto the target, anchoring it into place.
No,
Aw.
I disagree.
So
An attached Sturge is effectively grappling its prey.
No, I disagree with this.
so you grappled.
Yep, you are grappled. And a Sturge drains blood at the end of its turn when it is attached to a foe, inflicting 1 point of constitution damage.
What?
No, stop that.
No, I disagree with this.
She just rested.
I also need you to roll a percentile die.
I don't want to,
A
Gary.
percentile.
A percentile die.
What?
I don't want to. Why am I doing that?
You'll find out.
60. Wait, which one's this? I got the 0, 0.
No, that's 6.
So I got a 6.
That's 6.
Uh-oh. That's fine, right? I'm fine. I'm cool, right? I'm good.
So now I need you to roll a fortitude save.
Gary, I don't. Why? Oh, okay. This might be okay. 17.
17? Alright, you seem alright.
Thank goodness Fortitude is a good save for clerics.
Yep. But you did take that 1 point of con damage, and
I've
you do
written it
have this
down.
thing stuck to you.
Very not okay. Vivian's had a real rough time in
That's
Ustalov.
really rude. with
Yup.
This thing.
And then Sturge the Third. Let's
Still my
see.
favorite name. He's got a couple of options. He's got 3 options.
Got 3 options.
Roderick.
Bard. Get the bard.
Yeah, get the bard. He's not even a real bard. He's just a blue player.
So he's going for either Roderick or Thurskell.
Oh, he's biased.
I want evens.
Are you rolling a d4 to determine?
I'm rolling a d4 to see.
I call
Wait,
evens.
who's. Okay, I'm odd.
Alright. That makes
you are.
sense. Odd.
Oh.
Oh no.
So Thurskell is going to attack you.
It's okay,
Hello.
because you are very
That's a
strong.
10 against touch.
Get out of here with
That's
that.
a 10
Get
against
out
touch.
of here with
So-
that. I'm positive.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
I rolled a natural 3 on that.
Thank goodness.
Kendra is up again. She will move over to Zenobia and cast Diviner's Fortune. So you have a +1 to your attack, Zenobia.
Yes. Is it my turn now?
Not yet. It is Thurskell's turn next.
Thurskell is going to take another swing at this little monster.
And you are flanking.
Ooh, natural 19.
There it is.
Yeah.
Very nice.
With my big old axe.
That's
Squish
gonna
that
be
bug.
good.
That'll hit.
Squish that bug.
Squish that
is
bug.
a
Squish
12.
that bug.
That is a 5 plus 4 is 9.
9
9
points of
points of
damage,
damage is
and
good.
you.
That's great.
You're swinging with the axe.
Uh-huh.
You chop that thing in half.
Yes.
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 Good purchase.
I can perfectly imagine
And you can
that.
still move if you want to move around to this other one.
Yeah, I can get.
Yeah, you can get around.
It. Yeah.
You want to get around this side, and
Yeah.
then Roderick can get around the other
Uh-huh.
side.
Roderick, it is your turn.
Excellent. So Roderick's going to move around the front of it.
Totally
he-
blocking me.
Well, he has a bit of luck. This thing is grappling Vivian, which gives it a penalty to its AC, and he currently has it flanked with Thorskill, which is also another penalty, or a bonus to my attack, however you prefer to roll it. Speaking of rolling, here we go. Number 1. That is a natural 2, so thank goodness
Oh
it's big
my
of a-
Hey, hang on.
No,
Hang on.
but I didn't roll the other one yet.
You do deserve that.
I'm not getting any of you. Hold on.
What? I'm sorry. Could you say that again?
What is it? Hey, what is it?
It's a 1.
Okay, gotta do that again.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Rick, you rolled so poorly.
Rick rolled, at least because you had the bit of luck. You get to take the better result.
Stop it. Too long. Apparently, I'm going to give everyone up and let everyone down. Okay.
Oh, I will never use bit of luck on you again.
I rolled a 2
Wow.
and then a 1.
And
Wow.
its AC was so low.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Alright. Zenobia, it is your turn.
Move over. Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop, boop.
Gonna shoot,
Mm-hmm.
and I have studied him, so it's 11.
It's like I'm waiting with anticipation.
Wait, it's got
What's-
so many penalties.
11 your total.
Yes.
11 will hit.
Yeah!
5.
5 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright, it is still standing. Well, it's still grappling.
Oh, I'm sorry. +1. 6.
6. Still there. Alright, Vivian, it is your turn. You are currently grappled.
So Vivian's just like, oh, ew,
'Cause
it's
that
so
helps.
gross. And while she's flailing her hands, you can't see it, but she's totally flailing her hands to side, like she doesn't really want to touch it. But she's gonna smack it once, and while she's doing so, she's going to perform a melee touch attack. That's a natural 5.
It's being flanked and all sorts of other stuff.
That's still gonna miss.
So she's like, oh, and she tried to do something cool, and you kind of saw some light spark out of her hand, but it didn't seem to stick.
Alright, so next up is the Sturge.
I don't want it to do anything.
He's gonna try to maintain that grapple.
Main train it.
Maintain the grapple.
Don't do it.
So that is a 27.
Against what?
Against all of your
Your
scores
CMD.
combined.
Let me see. You know what? That passes it.
Your CMD is 10, right?
My flat-footed CMD is. My normal is an 11.
Oh, wow.
How
got
dare you
that.
not consider my text bonus? My dex bonus.
Oh, yeah, you got that +1 dex.
Alright.
All right, what are you doing to me?
So you are going to take another point of constitution damage
I
as it
disagree.
drains more blood.
I just
I have a
disagree
question.
with this.
Uh-huh.
Is the Sturge healing itself?
I don't know. Is it?
Ooh.
You don't know that Sturge's life.
I feel like enemies that have blood drain usually heal themselves. when
Does
they're
Richard
draining
know
blood.
that, or does Roderick know that?
Richard knows that.
But
Apparently
is it?
Roderick doesn't.
Never gonna give you up. Oh,
I can't believe I rolled a 2 and a 1. You at least saved me from the fumble.
I can believe it.
So next up is Kendra. Yeah, she's going to move over so she get a clear view of this Sturge that is grappling Vivian and cast Acid Splash again. And hit
Oh, wow.
She rolls like a boss. I saw that roll.
Kendra's awesome.
for another 1 point of damage.
Not on damage, though. That's 2 1s in a row.
Did that kill it?
Boss with a lowercase b.
It's still alive,
Oh,
but
dang.
just barely.
She's accurate, just not powerful.
Just barely.
Accurate,
I
just
feel
not
like it's
powerful.
healing as it's draining Vivian's blood.
Also, she doesn't want to damage Vivian with the acid. She's very careful about how much acid
I
she
appreciate
lets
that.
out. Thurskell, you are up.
Just trying to melt
Thurskell.
its wings.
Thurskell is not as delicate as Kendra,
Mhm.
so he is going to swing his axe.
Right by
Uh-huh.
Vivian's face.
Mhm.
Hold still, Viv.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Oh,
At
no.
least it wasn't a 1.
Well, it's flanking and grappled, so it still might hit.
Really?
What is your total?
7.
No, that will not hit.
Still a little too low.
Just a little too low. All right.
Hold still, Viv.
Yep, you moved.
I told you to hold still.
Roderick, it is your turn.
Alright, flanked and grappled. Let's see if we can do this. Stabs at it with the rapier. There we go. Natural 10. 13, 15 for the flanking.
That'll hit.
Alright, thank goodness. That's 1d6 plus 3. 4, so 7 points of damage.
Very nice.
And Roderick
Runs us
kills
through.
Sturge Jr.
Yay.
Yeah, so it's on Vivian, and he runs his rapier through it, and like it stops moving, and he pulls his rapier up, and it's still on it like a shish kebab.
Ugh, gross. And part of it was still, it had that like noise as it
Aw.
left.
Oh yeah, and like
Vivian.
so like he kind of like throws it off the side away from the women and like shakes it off. Get off this.
Ew.
Give me a wisdom check.
Natural 20.
Oh wow, and I got a natural 15 for a 16.
Nice.
14.
12.
So that's plus 21.
All right.
Wow.
So basically, everyone pretty much realizes that while the Sturges were attracted to the music, they were not going to attack the one playing the music because they thought it was their master.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that's so
Isn't he a
cool.
piper?
That didn't occur to me at all. But
That's
great.
creepy.
That's so cool.
So y'all have defeated the Sturges.
We should kill this bard. He's probably...
Wait, are we
he's a
still in
manifestation.
initiative?
No,
Oh,
you're not in
Vivian.
initiative.
Because that was,
How
that was
bloodthirsty
my
of
next
you.
swing. My next swing was going to be
the bard.
Kill the bard.
a non-lethal swipe of my axe.
Roderick is like wiping his rapier off his, and he looks at the bar. He's like, "Are you all right?
The bard is basically still standing there with his hand on the lute, frozen in fear. And
Is that the yes?"
you just hear one little strum.
Oh, he played a C minor. C is Spanish for yes.
No.
Oh, man.
All right,
Oh,
well,
man.
enjoy your night. Probably go get a stiff drink.
Vivian, looking a bit pale and now covered in more blood,
And guts.
is going to go up to, yes, and Bug Guts is going to go up to the person. Like, oh, are you okay? It's all going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And she's like trying to calm the man, even though she probably looks terrible.
He's terrified. He was just trying to play music to calm the people of the town, and suddenly he was attacked by bugs.
Well, he wasn't attacked. Did you take any hit points?
He still won't talk.
What's your name?
He strums the
Vivian
lute again.
Vivian is just going to say, okay, we need to get him out of here. Let's take, we were going to the Outward Inn, let's take him with us and just,
Yes, we shall get him a drink there.
And
come with us.
he's just shaking his head.
Yes. Alcohol is good in times like this, yes. And then Vivian's just going to start rambling, and it's partially she's just panicking, but it's partially to distract him. She's like, wow, those are really enormous bugs. And, I don't really like that, but we don't get bugs that big in Almas. In Almas, they're a bit smaller. They're more bug size, not giant size.
Do you talk a lot when you're afraid?
What? No, I'm not afraid. Why would I be afraid? It's not like I've been attacked and didn't sleep for 5 days and, oh, look, I'm covered in blood again. At least it's not my nightgown. And she's, she kind of laughs and is looking at the bard. I've ruined 2 nightgowns so far. I've only got 1 left. What will I sleep in then? I don't know.
So Roderick, like in complete earnestness, looks at Zenobia and is like, I think I'm a little worried about Vivian.
And I go over and I just grab her by the arm, take her away, give her a little slap on the face.
Oh.
Take her right to the tavern and right up to the bar to get a drink.
Yes.
Sorry, Anna, greet you all there.
Normally I drink sherry. What is this strong alcohol?
I have this nice dwarven whiskey.
Whiskey? I've never had whiskey. Is it good?
Take the bottle. It's on me.
She's covered in
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Vivian's like, oh. She pops the bottle, smells it. Smells like whiskey. It's strong. She's like, oh. And that starts to, even just the fragrance.
Aroma.
Yeah,
Even
no.
the aroma.
The bouquet.
Yes, the fragrance wasn't bad.
Sounds girlier than I want for whiskey. Aroma is what it's going for. The vapors.
The vapors.
She smells the alcohol in it, and that starts to get her a little more cognizant. And then she's like, oh. And then she just knocks it back and takes 1, 2, 3 gulps before she starts coughing. And then she kind of puts it down, and she's she just kind of pauses there, and she's just like, I like whiskey.
But perhaps not too much, because we do have to make it to Harrowed tonight.
We're never going to make it to Harrowed.
We have to go to that meeting, though.
Freaking in town forever.
Does whiskey give me +2 con?
It's gonna feel like it.
No, but it does give you a charisma bonus.
It'll definitely feel like it. This is Yanderhof whiskey, so it's distilled in Yanderhof.
It's traveled quite a ways.
It has traveled quite a bit, but don't worry about the cost, because like I said, it's on me. So you'll feel great right now. If you drink too much of it, you'll feel horrible later. We'll just put it that way.
And then she's like pouring a fourth. Well, it's her first glass, but she's pouring some more. And she's like, "How will I tell if I've drunk too
And
much?"
Roger kind of like takes it away, like as she's trying to take another drink of it. Like, I think that's enough.
Take 2 and call me in the morning.
So Vivian's feeling better. She then asks for a rag to take off the blood. She spent so much of this adventure covered in blood.
Sariana gives you not just a rag, but she allows you a key to go to one of the upstairs rooms so you can
nice.
clean up,
Yeah, she'll go do that.
refresh yourself.
Look for a potion of restoration.
And speaking of that, I'd actually made a mental note. Seriana, how did you fare in the undead attack?
Luckily, we didn't have any actually come inside the building. Unfortunately, there was a gentleman that I thought was just a drunk outside. I was taking out the garbage, and I thought he was drunk, and I went toward him, and he just lunged at me. And then I realized he didn't have all of his face. So
Missing a bottom jaw.
that was a bit terrifying, but luckily I was able to fend him off and get inside. I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm assuming he's gone now, because he's not here.
I like Seriana.
Hopefully the clerics dealt with it.
I would assume so. Hopefully he's back in his grave where he belongs.
Well, I'm glad that you're okay.
Thank you.
That was quite the scare.
Yes, I've heard of undead, obviously, especially living here, but I've never personally dealt with any, so this was a bit terrifying. all the stories are true.
They are terrifying.
They are terrifying. It's very unsettling.
But does the hair in their nails keep growing after they die?
I didn't pay that close attention. Like I said, this one didn't have all of his face, so I was kind of grossed out by that.
Apparently,
I stopped looking.
Apparently, the face doesn't grow back.
Oh, no.
Roderick pounds back like a good...
The rest of that whiskey that he took away.
The whiskey he took away from
That's why he wouldn't let her drink anymore. He wanted it, even though it was her free whiskey.
After talking about the undead drunk dude, Tariana grabs the whiskey and just chugs it.
Oh.
Hopefully we can put an end to this soon. That is what we are working on right now.
What time is the meeting tonight?
I believe it's beginning at 9 o'clock, which is in about 30 minutes.
It's a late meeting.
Well, I hope you can vouch for us. I hope that we can get the entire town on our side.
Oh, yes, I'm absolutely on your side. I happen to like you guys, so...
Well, we certainly appreciate it. We are putting life and limb on the line.
Yes, I'm certainly not going to go up to Harrowstone myself, so you have fun with that. I'll pack you lunches.
We're never going to get there.
Is that Zenobia or Liz?
Yes.
Zenobia. We're never going to get there.
Vivian...
We've actually all died. And we're in the first realm of hell.
Well, it sounds like Vivian needs a drink. Not Vivian.
You keep flipping your character in your mom's... I was editing episode 6, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, you keep calling yourself Zenobia, and now you're calling her Vivian.
Well, at least I'm consistent in my inconsistency.
This is true.
So it sounds like Zenobia needs a drink as well.
Yes, Zenobia's already taken care of that.
So Vivian comes down the stairs
I
and...
hate this town.
Thurskill's just fine. He's fine. He fought bugs before. He's with the bard saying, "Do you know if you want to be my lover?"
I do believe I've heard that one before. See, I'm from Varesia. I'm not actually from Ustalov. I think I've heard of that one before.
Yeah, well, I'm from all over, and I love those women.
The, spicy girls.
Yes, they are. They are that.
Spicy girls.
If you would like to be my lover.
And Roderick...
If you want to be my friend.
Roderick kind of leans over to Snow. He's like, well, it looks like Thorskill got them talking.
He's had a few drinks. If you want to be my lover, you've got to get with mine friends.
What is the part with the zig-a-zig?
Let me see. How does that one go? I've got to get with mine friends.
Make it last forever.
And then Vivian comes down the stairs.
And
Vivian comes down the stairs. She's like, friendship never ends. And she's slightly stumbling a little bit. Not too much, but she's like, oh, I love that song.
And they
I love the Spicy Girls.
They all sit there and join in singing the Spicy Girls.
Need I remind you that we have a public appearance in 30 minutes? I believe that it would be wise for us to arrive early, since we are the ones who are expected.
Vivian takes one more shot and she's ready to go.
All right. So, with as much drinking as y'all have done right before going to this meeting...
To be clear, Roderick didn't drink that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Vivian and Thurskill, give me a fortitude save.
All right. Uh-oh.
Zenobia and Roderick were far more responsible.
I don't know if Zenobia was. She can just hold her liquor better.
Well, that too.
Zenobia's not going in anyway, so who cares?
11.
11?
11.
Okay.
14.
14.
I think the first fortitude save isn't too steep.
It's not.
I think the 11 actually might even pass. Like, it gets worse the longer you drink, but I think the first one is fine.
Let me see what the DC of that particular liquor was.
Ooh, the Dwarven whiskey will
Uh-oh.
actually... That'll be harder.
So the 14 will save, the 11 will not. This is stage 1 of inebriation, so after a failed fortitude save, you get a +2 morale bonus on all of your physical stats for 1d4 hours.
You're feeling no pain, in other words.
And that is for 2 hours.
What are my physical stats?
Strength, dexterity, and constitution.
So my con's back up.
Yes.
So you just get
So I was
drunk.
right.
Yeah.
And no penalties?
No penalties.
Oh, well, that's good.
And it's +2?
+2.
Oh,
Because that is stage 1.
Well, because see, in most other RPGs, they give you a charisma bonus for being a little drunk. Because they're going over the defeating inhibitions thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you go into like stage 2, things like that, then you start taking penalties, and then stage 3.
So Vivian's a little tipsy.
So am I.
Yep. Alright, so y'all head over to the town hall.
And Vivian and Thurskill are singing Spicy Girls together.
Yes.
With the bard.
With the bard.
who came with.
You know, I've always wondered how they walk in those shoes. I just don't get it.
Maybe
heel toe.
Maybe that's what the zig thing
It's
is.
like how they're walking.
How they're walking. They're zigzagging.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're very smart for someone who doesn't talk a lot.
I talk plenty.
I mean, he talks fine when he's not petrified by gross bugs.
When was the last time you were attacked by giant bugs?
Just a minute ago.
Yeah, we
you
were there.
You were?
We were all
I mean,
there.
I
We
saved
saved
you.
you.
Oh, sorry, I've been drinking.
He saved. I didn't save you.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, you were. You were the bait.
That's
You were the
bait.
distraction.
All right. So, Town Hall, we have the map there in the center. The red line is the front door. The part that's separated at the top with the black line is like a raised dais
Okay.
up at the top. So you have...
And there's a podium in the center.
Is there a way
is.
to get to the roof?
You're gonna go climb on the roof.
Not easily.
Just stand outside the front door.
Yeah. If I
Okay.
can't get height, I'll just... There's a main entrance.
Yeah, it's that red line down there by the dice tray.
So are there, like, other exits? Fire exits?
No.
That is against fire code, by the way.
Yeah, fire code doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, no. This is Ravengro, not...
This is pre-fire code.
Yeah.
They want people to die and trapped.
So Zenobia is standing outside by the front door.
Yep.
So everybody place yourselves inside the town hall where you'd like to be.
When the town hall starts, or just generally?
Generally, where you'll be. And when it starts.
Okay, because I assume we'd all want to be in the front row, because we'll probably get called up to the front. So, that's my thought.
This is not in character, but Thursko would mention that only nerds sit up front.
Yeah, well, Roderick is surrounded by his honeys, Kendra and Vivian, so you can deal.
Yeah, stand close together so that you make
Yeah.
a good target.
Wait, with the bard, he came with us.
He's
Yeah.
working. He's going to be on the
He
side.
totally came with us.
Yeah. So the town hall begins, if that's where you're going to be for the town hall.
I mean, that's where Roderick wants to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if Vivian's okay with it.
Vivian's getting a little
Drunk.
sleepy.
Yeah.
And she might be like tipping over and like falling on your shoulder a little bit.
The people of Ravengro, at least the majority of them are all here, so it's a pretty packed place. They also have that almost angry mob mentality after dealing with all the undead.
That's not good.
Father Grimburrow is up at the front, trying to calm everybody down. My friends, I understand that what has happened here is a terrible, it's a travesty. But I can assure you, we are trying to work and figure out exactly what has happened. It is my belief that the spirits of Harrowstone are at unrest, and they're making their way here to Ravengro. But luckily, we have these lovely outsiders here who are trying to save this town. Because I know I personally wouldn't want to go to Harrowstone. You personally don't want to go to Harrowstone. But they will go for us.
We'll send all these strangers.
These idiots.
We don't care about these people. We don't know them. We'll send them to save us.
And as he says that, a few of the townsfolk were like, well, we don't know who these people are. Why do they get to be the ones to try to save this town? How do we know they're not the ones that are trying to kill us in the first place?
Thursko says, well, then do you want to do it?
Do you want to come with us?
Do you want to?
No.
Do you want to come with us?
Oh, the more the merrier.
No, I wasn't volunteering. What I
Well,
was
then-
saying was, how do we know you're not the ones that have released these undead in the first place? Can you answer that?
Well, how do we know that you didn't?
Why would I release my own family
Why
members
would
to
I?
come kill me?
Why would I do it?
Because you don't know any of these people. This is our families that have
You're
been
right,
released.
I don't know any of you, and why would I stay here in this stupid little bum town
From
when
the
I could
door,
just be...
Zenobia knocks an arrow, draws it,
It
and
attempts.
sends it flying so that it hits right above this guy's head. And just goes, boing!
And look, she's firing arrows at us.
She's firing arrows because you're acting stupid.
That didn't help Zenobia.
Those are stupid arrows and you're being stupid.
And then another townsmember pipes up like, I'm with him. I don't trust these outside people. We should take care of this ourselves.
We have two volunteers that are coming down Harrowstone.
No, you're misunderstanding me. I did not volunteer.
Well, then who volunteered?
You literally just did.
No, I said we should take care of it ourselves. I didn't mean me specifically.
Well, then who did you mean? Point to them.
Like, he could probably do it.
Who's that?
She might be able to do it. I don't know what you're talking about. Why did you just volunteer me?
Vivian stands up. She's like, everyone, Everyone, please calm down.
Who is she?
I am Vivian. I am a Sherrick of Claylin.
Nope, that's not right.
Is she drunk?
That's a little bit
Cleric!
Riala.
I am a cleric of Shaylin, and therefore, she goes up to the man that's was accusing them of bad stuff. Therefore, sir, I'm very insulted that you'd think I would be involved in undead stuff, because that's just rude. It's rude.
There are clerics who deal with undead.
It's not Shaylin clerics, sir. Not Shaylin clerics. I'm getting your accent as I'm getting mad. So,
How do we know that you're not like some cleric of some other deity and you're just pretending to be a cleric of Shaylin?
at that,
You see me in the back actually taking a beat on this guy.
Vivian's like, no, don't. And then she's going to say, it's like, at that point, Vivian channels, sings a perfect, pristine high note, just an angelic note, and channels positive energy at that moment, and you see her holy symbol hair clip light up, and she's just like, ah.
Oh my god, she's using her evil powers. She's trying to kill us.
What a dick.
So Roderick stands up and he says, "We need to stop. This is wasting time and resources."
I agree. So everyone who doesn't want us to go, get yourselves to the prison and fight for your town.
No, because they will just die, and then we will have more zombies we have to fight when we finally go do it.
As the bickering is getting louder and louder, and more people are chiming in, those of you inside, give me a perception check. Well, Zenobia, you can too, because you're looking inside.
22.
22?
15.
13.
11.
13. So, Vivian, you're the one to notice this. You notice that the lamps that are lining the walls, the torches on there, are getting brighter and brighter as everything gets louder and louder and louder until it reaches a breaking point and they all explode.
Oh, shit.
Oh, come on with this.
And the entire building is on fire.
Gary!
I knew it!
The entire
Didn't I
building is
say
on
this?
fire.
Everybody was going to be trapped. There's
And
no fire exits.
And we'll try to escape the burning building next week.
Damn it, Gary.
No.
You are 100% right on the fire code.
Was I right?
You're so right. You're so right.